Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khair for tuning in to another episode of Ridwanullah Tv. I'm your host and coach Hussein Mahmoud, working to help you live your maximized life in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, I just wanted to kind of get on this live stream. I'm doing one on Facebook and doing one on YouTube, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Not quite sure what the right positioning is, but let me get a little situated here. We should be good to go here shortly, bi'idhnillah. Okay. Feel like this is more like it. Alright, cool. So, I'm just trying to get a little set up, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and then we can kind of go in on I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have any technical difficulties, so just give me a few moments and we'll get started, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to double check. It looks like my my YouTube stuff is kind of not right. Alright, that's a little bit more like it. One second, Sean. I'm in the middle of the live training and it says I'm in the middle of the live training. Alright, back at it, inshallah. I just had to get something done real quick, bi'idhnillah, so alright, let's see. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Brother Ahmadi. I see your comment here. Jazakallahu khair. Inshallah, this is going to be like a maybe 20 to 30 minute session or so. So, inshallah, if you guys could just bear with me for just a little bit. This is the first kind of go round, so if you guys just give me a little bit, inshallah, I'll get adjusted, and then we can kind of keep going, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Let me check one more time. Gotta get my quick hydration, inshallah. Alright, cool. Alright, let's check this out, inshallah. Let's see. Trying to see if the lighting. It's probably a little better this way, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So, inshallah, we'll get started, and then I'll just kind of share with you guys a little bit of what I have in mind and kind of how we're going to be moving forward with it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And just to kind of start off, you just give me 1 minute. We'll start off properly, and then we'll move on, bi-idhnillah. I've been eating too much junk food, so I'm trying to alkalize a little bit to detoxify. So I've been drinking a lot of water. And with that same token, I've been using a lot of bathroom. Too much information for some, but it's all gravy. Alright, inshallah, the first go round, I don't expect anybody to be watching, but if you are, I sincerely appreciate that, and I'm grateful. I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 or 2 individuals that are watching the live streams. I'm not too versed with the live streams. I have a couple of experiences. So inshallah, week after week, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, as I continue to do this, we will be able to establish some sort of connection, some sort of consistency, and some sort of ability to, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, deliver a lot of value, bi-idhnillah. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. All praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, owner, and sustainer. And may the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon the most esteemed leader and most honorable teacher, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his family, his companions, and those who follow him until the day of judgment. Allahumma ameen. Jazakumullahu khair for anybody who's watching and anybody who has tuned in, or anybody that will be watching, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, when the live stream is done and the recording is posted, bi-idhnillah. I just want to sincerely send my gratitude forth and let you guys know that I truly appreciate every ounce of your attention, every ounce of the time that you are spending with me, and this Maximized Living Training, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. This is just going to be somewhat of a preface, somewhat of an introduction, just to kind of let you know a couple of the ideas that has kind of been running in my head, and I want to make sure that we get in a situation where bi'idhnillahi ta'ala it'll be something that we could be, something that could be mutually beneficial for all of us, bi'idhnillah. With that being said, I really just want to let you guys know this is not a formalized, formal training. This is more of an informal training, just to kind of let you know what's coming up next in the future, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. If it sticks, great. If it doesn't work, it's not valuable for myself and others and the viewers and anybody else who's watching, then we're going to switch it up and do something else that is valuable for you. So bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, keep that in mind. You know, any great idea that's acted on immediately, that's been kind of resonating with us in our minds, is going to be important to kind of get out into the world, because I know anybody who's watching this training, the Maximized Living Training, has some sort of dream, has some sort of goal, has some sort of ambition and creativity that they want to put out into this world. So with that being said, the dream vision that I have is to be able to provide free training, free online training to help you maximize your life in every area of your life, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And it sounds simple, but bi'idhnillah, we will be working on figuring out what the different areas of life is, and then figure out how to reclaim each one of those areas, break even in that area, meaning you're 50%, and then from there on you're going to be leveling up, taking your break even life or circumstance to the next level, which is going to be the leveled up, right? And after the level up, you're going to get to the last and final stage, which is to maximize your life. So a part of the things that I want to talk about, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, in helping you maximize every single area of your life, is to put the value of content and information and lessons that I've learned from books and trainings and audio courses and in-person courses and coachings, to be able to put that in let that be something that I share with you guys and you guys can benefit from as well, and something that you guys have will be sharing with me as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's kind of been in my mind for a very, very long time. I've always wanted to do a training program that will allow me to not only take my life to the next level, but also help other individuals take their lives to the next level. So as a part of this introduction, you know what I mean? Right now, there's going to be, besides the individuals that I've worked on one-on-one, and a little bit of the online training that I've done, and a little bit of the online coaching that I've done, there's not really a lot of experience on my end. You know, I'm someone who's continuously struggling and striving within his life, trying to figure out how I could maximize my own life, but not only my life, but also the individuals that are around me, and figure out how to stay away from the toxic relationships that always tell me that my goals and dreams and ambitions are not real, that are not realistic, that it is not possible, or, you know what I mean, it's not the time, and all the other limiting beliefs that come with working towards achieving our goals and dreams, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So with that being said, that's kind of the vision that I have. So the next thing that I want to quickly touch on, the purpose, the reason why. When anybody has goals and dreams and then and ideas that they want to execute on, however uncomfortable that may be, to live the quality of life that they want to live, and more importantly, not only in this life but also in the hereafter, it's important to understand that we have to have a reason. We have to have a why. And for me personally, there's a big reason why I'm working on developing this program, these online training and courses, to be able to help the individuals live a better quality of life. And to be quite honest with you, the first and most important reason why I'm doing this is to be able to achieve the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ridwanullah, achieving the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is something that is near and dear to my heart, because it is the only reason why we were created. It is the only reason why we are in existence. Whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not, we have to pursue the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it is the essence of success and happiness and success. And without that, it is, it's honestly something that is not going to be worthwhile living. So I want to be able to share the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with everyone that I train, anyone that I coach, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And the second most important reason why I wanted to do this Maximize Living or Maximize Life training program is I want to eliminate pain, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And that's a tall order, that's a tall task. And you know what I mean? It's something that has been a key driver in my life, because you know what I mean? Like, just like many of you guys out there, including myself, I've been through a lot of pain, a lot of pleasure, but more so pain in the early days. And alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, as I continue to pursue my dreams, I'm starting to notice and see a lot more pleasure in my life, even though there are a lot of painful days, painful weeks, possibly even months, but nothing more than that nowadays, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Whereas before, it was more like painful months, painful quarters, painful years. And with that being said, having realized the amount of pain that I've been through, that other people have put me through, and that I've put other people through, it's important for me to be a pain reliever, a cure, a healer by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in essence, with this Maximize Living Training program, I really just wanted to be able to share my insights and breakthroughs with you guys to help you on your journey to maximizing your life, so you could be living a maximized life, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, with Maximized Living. So that's the other strong reason that I have. I want to be able to eliminate the pain that I'm going through, because this is my therapeutic session. Being able to train people, being able to coach and teach people wisdom and knowledge from the Quran and the Sunnah, and secular knowledge as well as sacred knowledge from the ulama. It's important for me to kind of figure out what are the pressure points, what are the most painful problems and challenges that we are going through in all areas of our lives, so we could go through it one by one and kind of work on eliminating it as much as possible. Not only for ourselves, it's important to understand that we really have to figure out how to do it for others as well. And that's a part of one of the main reasons, main key drivers. I want to be able to eliminate pain for myself and everybody else that I come across through my trainings and coachings that I will be doing for free for the most part on a regular basis, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And full disclosure, there is some paid programs that I do, some paid training, some paid coachings that I do. But for the most part, a lot of the value that I deliver to my clients, my students and clients, I want to be able to do it for free. And you know what I mean? Holding nothing back. Any questions that you guys have, I'll answer to the best of my abilities. If you guys want to dive deeper into these subjects and these topics, I'll be more than happy to welcome you into the programs and that I'm working towards building online as well, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So to wrap up the second point, the second reason, eliminating pain. I know that's a tall task, and to a certain degree it could seem impossible, but to me nothing is impossible, because through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala everything is possible. With that being said, I'll be keeping an eye on the time, because Maghrib will be coming up shortly. For sure, I don't want to miss Maghrib, and I don't want to make you guys miss Maghrib. A huge part of the training and coachings that I do is making sure that we obey the rule, we stay within the boundaries, rules, and regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we fulfill our obligations to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If nothing else, if you haven't received any value from this training and these coachings that I'll be doing on a weekly basis, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, at the very least, take it as a reminder. Take it as a reminder, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To remember obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the key to success and happiness, everlasting happiness and success, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is there's pain in this world and there's pain in the hereafter, in the dunya and in the akhirah. So avoiding those pains is going to be key, especially in the akhirah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And last but not least, wallahi, like one of the most things that motivate me, one of the most important things that get under my skin in a good way is I want to be able to maximize my pleasure. I want to be able to maximize your pleasure, particularly through the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is what the organization that I've been building is really about, is Ridwanullah Global, right? And that's why I'm doing the Ridwanullah TV. And inshallah, we're going to be launching the Ridwanullah University pretty soon, as soon as I see a lot of demand for this content that I'm delivering. So with that being said, right, it's one thing to be pain driven, meaning you only act when pain comes, when you don't have enough money, when you don't have enough time, when you don't have enough this, when you don't have enough that, and you feel the constriction in your life. And for me, I don't want to be driven by pain anymore. I want to be driven by pleasure. Because at the end of the day, if you look at it, the pain that we go through in this life and the pleasure that we go through in this life, we have to take that and put it up to the akhirah, right? And see the reality of the akhirah. What is the most painful location in the akhirah is hell, right? And in essence, when we avoid pain in this world and we do it the right way, in essence, we will be avoiding pain in the akhirah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And similarly, when we maximize the pleasure, the Ridwanullah, the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what we will be doing is, we will be, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, maximizing the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the akhirah. And a lot of my journey, a lot of my painful problems and challenges and opportunities that have been coming my way in life has been, how can I align every area of my life to be able to maximize it to achieve the akhirah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's kind of what I've been talking about. It's going to be about 5 or 10 more minutes, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, that I'll be sharing with you guys these contents. And then from there on, we can move on. If anybody's watching live and has any particular questions for me, they could feel free to leave it on the comment below. I could clearly see the comments on Facebook, but I'm not quite sure if I could see the live messages on YouTube. So we'll kind of keep going on that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So it's going to be very, very important for me to kind of share that with you. And that's kind of literally what I want to do in my life, is work on aligning every area of my life so I could achieve the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dunya, but most importantly in the akhirah. And in essence, that is my pleasure and the pleasure of other people. So those are the three main reasons. The other reasons that go along with that is I'm building an online business, an online platform that I want to be able to share and help other people reach their goals and dreams and achieve their goals and dreams. And I'll be working to provide a lot of value to everybody that's working to achieve their goals and dreams, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's, the full disclosure, main reason why I'm doing a lot of the work that I do. I don't want to be misaligned with my life anymore. I don't want to go to a 9-to-5 grind just to clock out to figure out how to live my dreams. I want to make all of that one so I could serve my creator and our ummah and myself and my family at the highest level, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I know some of you guys are not aware of some of these concepts that I'm talking to you guys about, because I've been extracting it from thought leaders for years. And in the beginning, when I was looking into some of these information that they were giving me, it really didn't make sense to me. it still doesn't make sense to a lot of the people that I talk to, even the dream chasers that are chasing their dreams. You know what I mean? Some of them, they're finding traction and they're achieving their financial goals, but they're not happy. They don't feel successful. And it's important to be able to find that happiness and that inner peace and that success in the work that you do. Because I don't want to get too far into this, but I want to let you know one of the critical limiting beliefs that dream chasers really have, and individuals that are maximizing their life and working towards achieving their goals and dreams, is they want to maximize one area of their life to the max. And once they do that, then they want to come back and then maximize this area, that area, that. And that is a faulty belief. And that's why a lot of the people are going through a lot of the pain that they're experiencing, because their life is not balanced. Their life is not harmonized. And if your life is not balanced and your life is not harmonized, it's going to be a critical piece and a starting point to be able to find that harmony and to find that balance and to find that inner peace and happiness and success immediately. And don't wait for something to be able to achieve that in your life, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So with that being said, the concept of that is make sure you're happily achieving and not achieving to be happy. So if you're saying, I'm going to have to get this goal in order for me to find happiness and peace and content and success, you're already starting off with the wrong foot. You're already a failure in my book. And you could be doing something else if you would like. But that is the essence of life, and that is the reality that we're living. That even for me, I had that same faulty thinking that I wanted to maximize one area of my life, and then I'll have enough time, enough money, enough this to be able to maximize the other areas of my life. But in reality, we really have to do it continuously. And you know what I mean? It's very, very important to be able to do that. So I've covered the dream. I've covered the reason. Now, number 3, we're going to be covering the reality. And the last part would be covering the work. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So with me wanting to create this program, this training, Maximize Life training program, and helping you guys maximizing your life, it's important for me to understand where that goes, right? Basically, what I'm trying to say is I have this dream of creating this amazing, complete, and comprehensive online training program to help people maximize their life. And where I'm at right now is not even close to where I want to be. And similar to a lot of you guys, there's a lot of goals and dreams that you guys have in one way or the other. And for me right now, I feel like I'm probably 5 to 10% where compared to where I want to be with my vision, with my online training and coaching, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And so with that reality, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, even though I'm very, very far from where I want to be, I've come very, very, very far from where I was. And that's the message that I have for you guys is you could be very, very far from where you want to be, but at the same time, you have to be appreciative and grateful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took you so far and you've come so far in your life, and you should never stop. You should never quit, and you should keep going by intelligently realizing your reality and moving forward from there, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's kind of where I feel like I am. And in terms of the work, what do I want to do? Just to kind of wrap up as the final piece, which is the work that we have left. This is going to be a Maximize Life training program, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And with that, what I want to do is every Sunday, I want to be able to do a live stream for you guys so we could maximize every area of your life, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And once we do that every Sunday, then either most likely Thursday, bi-idhnillah, we will do coaching. So Sundays, the schedule that I have right now, and this is something that I'll be exploring with. So if I change and alter it in one way or the other based on the people that are watching, the people that are listening, it's going to be important. And shout out to little cousin Jamal that's commented, is always an amazing supporter. Said, love this live stream. Inshallah, there'll be a lot more to come in the near future where I'll be doing a lot more, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, along with that. So bi'idhnillah, inshallah, as the first part in terms of the work, on Sundays, I'll be giving you guys a new live training. And then, except when I'm on my retreat. By the way, whole next week, I'm going off the grid. It's my second quarter retreat. I'll be taking some time off to be able to kind of gather my thoughts, you know what I mean, look at my successes, look at my failures, look at the lessons that I've learned and the goals that I have for the next quarter, especially when Ramadan is a part of the next quarter. So we are already in Rajab, then it's going to be Sha'ban, then Ramadan. 2 months to get ready for Ramadan. Wallahi, my skin is shivering right now because of that reality and that fact. So a lot of this training will be focused on how we can maximize every area of our lives while taking care of and maximizing the deen, maximizing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's boundaries, rules and regulations, so we could live the unbelievable quality of life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed for us. So with that being said, I don't know exactly when, which exact time will be that we'll be doing the live training. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the morning or in the afternoon. For the first time, we started doing it in the afternoon. So next time when we do the live training, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, it might be on a different day, or, well, actually, I'm going to stick with Sunday for now. It might be either in the morning or in the afternoon, but we're going to work through that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And then once I do the live training online for free for everybody on their wealth and life and in every area of their lives, basically we're going to cover 5 areas: your deen, your self, your family, your wealth, and the ummah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and how we can maximize every area of our lives. And once I do the training on Sunday, on Thursday, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, night, most likely, between Asr and Maghrib, Mountain Standard Time in Salt Lake City, Utah, or Maghrib and Isha, or maybe a little bit after Isha, depending on how the time shifts. We're going to do a coaching call on any of the questions that you guys might have on the lesson that we taught on Sunday. So that's kind of how the work will be laid out. And just to kind of summarize, I'm going to do the best that I can to help deliver a lot of value on Sundays through the live training. And then on Thursdays, we're going to do the coaching call to kind of learn and develop a little bit more. Jazakallah khair, Jamal, and anybody else who's watching right now. I really appreciate it, especially with the smiley faces that you have. Jazakallah. You know, Jamal, shout out to you again, man. You're the best, man. I appreciate you more than you know. And anybody else who's watching the live stream, leave a comment so I know you're watching at least. You know, whatever comment or questions that you guys might have. And then we can kind of go from there, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And then the 30-minute coaching session, what I'll do is I'll be looking at the questions that you guys have. The questions that you guys have on the comments. Right now I'm live streaming on YouTube, and then I'm live streaming on Facebook. So any of the questions that you guys have based on the lessons that I've taught on the previous Sunday, we'll be able to go through that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that is kind of what I have for you guys. As I summarize and conclude this particular live session, I've had this idea for a very, very long time. I really wanted to help people maximize every area of their lives. And it's been a dream of mine, a passion, purpose, and dream of mine for a very, very long time. And I wanted to, I really didn't know how to do it. And anybody that I asked either gave me the still face and just like, do you even think that's possible? Or they really didn't know what I was talking about and how I wanted to do it. And I realized that, you know what I mean? This is not their dream. This is not their vision. This is not their goal. So they don't really have to understand. Just like for you, anybody that you're trying to help and improve their lives, they don't really have to understand this, right? Especially in this new digital age, business is kind of transformed, right? the way we do business, the way we live our passion, the way we live our purpose, how we make money is shifted a great deal, right? And how we live our lives has shifted a great deal, especially with the social media and the online platforms that are popping up. And, you know, for me personally, I've been studying that for years, and I really want to take advantage of these online platforms and making content for people to be able to live my passion, my purpose and dreams, and to earn a living from it. As I've been doing for the past couple of years, mind-blowingly, through training and coaching and speaking and doing so many other things that I wanted to do for a very long time, but other people told me that I couldn't do it. So with that being said, my dream is to do this Maximized Life training program to help you live your maximized life. And the reason why is, number one, I want to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's one of the main reasons why I do everything that I do in my life. Even though I might not be doing it perfectly, I try to do the best that I can. Secondly, I want to eliminate pain, making sure that, you know, I don't go through pain. You don't go through pain, unnecessary pain. They say pain is gain, and if you no pain, no gain. And I truly believe in that, but you don't really have to experience this type of pain, the unnecessary pain. So you really have to go through pain that will allow you to elevate and move forward in life, the type of pain that will move you forward. So I want to eliminate pain for myself and all those individuals that I want to touch. And that's the second reason. And the third reason is I want to be able to maximize pleasure, the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my pleasure, the pleasure of the individuals that follow, the pleasure of the individuals that take my trainings and coachings, the pleasure of the individuals within my families, the pleasure of the individuals within our ummah and the whole globe, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And then where am I with that? I feel like I'm probably 5 to 10% achieved in that category, where I want to be able to do a little bit more and a little bit better, to do this consistently and continuously. And as I mentioned, next quarter I'll be completely off the grid. I try to do the best that I can to not post on social media or not even check social media, let alone my emails or anything like that. So keep that in mind. But I'll be doing this weekly, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, where I'll be coming to you with new live training on every Sunday. And if you guys want to join the paid program that's developing and to take your life to the next level, you can definitely feel free to do that, bi'idhnillah. The work that we have, as I mentioned, 2 things to keep in mind all the time. Unless I'm on my retreat, I will, inshallah, work on doing a live training session to help you maximize every area of your life in this dunya and in the akhirah, by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on every Sunday, either in the mornings or in the afternoon. We're going to kind of figure things out and see what works best for myself and everybody else who wants to take advantage of this training and this coaching, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And then on Thursday's night, Thursday evening, what I will be doing is we'll do a follow-up coaching session where I'll come on live and I'll be answering a lot of the questions that you guys might have. And we'll kind of go from there, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that is kind of the summary of the summary and conclusion of the presentation that I had today. The main message was start before you are ready and keep going and do everything that you possibly can to achieve your goals and dreams and to live your maximized life. And I'm about to check out, and I truly appreciate my cousin who's always active, supporting from day one. Road to 200 subscribers on YouTube. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I'm somewhere around 150 subscribers. So check out the YouTube channel. I'll be live streaming there as well. If you rather or prefer Facebook Live, then you know what I mean. You'll be catching us here as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I'll be doing other content as well, but the training and the coaching will be separate from that. On top of the other work that I'll be doing, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So I want to hear what your thoughts are. What are your goals and dreams? Why do you want these things? Where are you in relation to your goals and dreams, and have you achieved them yet? And what is the work that you have to do to get to that level? Leave it on the comment below, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, just like my cousin over there, Jamal, is doing. Always giving you a lot of shout outs, a lot of love, because he shows so much love, so much shout out. He actually has a YouTube channel. You guys need to go and subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. That's the plug. Right now his goal thing, his name on YouTube is Lama Jamal, LAAMAJAMAAL. So quick shout out to you, man. Much love to my little cousin. And keep grinding, keep going, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So with that being said, I conclude and summarize. Never, ever, ever, ever give up on maximizing every single area of your life in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is your host and coach Hussein Mahmoud checking out until next time on Ridwanullah TV. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.